Welcome back, Smooth in Crypto. I'm your host, Maxwell Smooth. Today is day 90 in TitanX, and we are looking pretty good. We had a massive payout, right, for the 90-day payout. This is the first 90-day payout. Um, I'm hoping that we grow from here, right? TitanX has had a lot of new miners started since that 90-day came, and I couldn't be more happy with where we're at. Uh, Objectively speaking, price could be always better, right? But nonetheless, we have had a ton and a ton of projects starting to be built on top of it. I'm feeling very, very good and blessed on how much people are viewing our stuff, my stuff. Twitter's going crazy. A lot of different communities, regardless if they're in TitanX, know about TitanX, and I think that's a very big thing for the future. But overall, right, we are sitting on 60961. Let me just update it for price wise. 60962. So this is the lowest point, right? Obviously, we've been 608, somewhere around there, but this has been one of the lower points we've had since the start of TitanX. And overall, if we could get back to all-time highs, that would be insane to me. But you know, let me just delete this. It would be insane to me, right? Just to pull up the chart, right? Um, right. I gotta zoom in. All-time high would be a 6,500% return. So a clean 653x, which is insane to me. Or 65x, sorry. 65x from here. So if you, at the very least, right, if we think, hey, where are we going to go from here? And can we go lower? Yes. But can we go higher? Also, yes. And the fact that we are this low, right, with, let's see, 13,240 people in our protocol, 231 new people joined in the past 24 hours. So this is way better, 87.8% growth compared to our normal rate. Last 7 days, 721. It is going to be a slow grind. I can't say that it's going to be, a up and up forever kind of thing, right? It's going to be a slow grind, and it always will be a slow grind. So I can't I can't stress enough how much growth we have in front of us, right? There's hundreds of millions of people in crypto. Roughly speaking, about 3 or 400 million people that are currently in crypto. And we have 13,200 people in TitanX. And all it takes, right? Uh, the validators on Ethereum, right, is over 200 million validators, right, which is insane, right? We have so much decentralization on Ethereum. When we have a big green monthly candle, right, which we don't even have let's go by week. We don't even have anything but that first week to really go off of. But when we do have a nice green candle, just like we had here, right? In the fourth week and the sixth week, if we have those big green candles, people will be flooding into TitanX, no doubt. I mean, even with where we're at right now, we're still sixth on Ethereum. So there's a ton of room, and it seems like we have a nice spot in the market in regards to where we're at, what we're doing currently, and what we can do in the future with all these projects being built on top of each other. We have multiple projects, right? So there's some that are very close to being released, right? I'm hoping Hyper uh, is released soon. That would be awesome. But Helios is being released soon, right? TitanX Market is being released soon. TitanX Legends there, but Pyro Protocol is being released soon. Titans of Battle is going to get released soon, and King X is going to get released soon. So there's a lot of things working in the future for Titan X, and we have a ton of different projects being built, and they all serve a different purpose. But one thing that they're all trying to do really is burn as many coins as they can possibly burn, and that's the arguably the biggest thing they could possibly do for Titan X. If if they're really about what we want to be built on top of, Hyper is going to be absolutely insane with how much coins is going to be just erased by. And I'm really interested to see what the white paper is going to be on Hyper, because Jake's point went back and forth on it, and this is one of the things that I'm going to ask him is maybe a little bit more insight to exactly how it's going to work, and yeah, yeah, put in the comments what you want me to ask Jake. I have a whole bunch of questions that I have already written down, but put some in the comments in the chat to see, you know, what exactly you want to ask Jake, because I get a ton of DMs and people on in my comments section on Twitter and on my YouTube videos asking me really great questions. And what better person to ask than the actual creator of TitanX? So put it in the comments, let me know. But nonetheless, I really, really look forward to going into some of these. Like we can look at the Helios. Biggest thing is the diagram for Helios, right? If you're interested in Helios, study this. This will give you the most beneficial aspects of this protocol and why it really helps TitanX. This thing is meant to buy and burn TitanX and burn, get them out forever, right? I think a big aspect of TitanX is going to be different protocols within the payments, the ETH payments section, and I feel a little twisted on it, right? It's half and half. Half, I'm okay with bigger projects and people getting into Titan X for the payouts, solely because they contract wise are there to buy and burn Titan X and or their payments for buy and burn their tokens. So either way, if the liquidity on in the liquidity pair on one side, if Titan X price goes up, the other one will go up. So nonetheless, if the other one goes up, right, the other pair, Titan X should, in theory, go up with it. So I think a big thing of the payouts and big, projects coming in and doing that. I think it's good, and it's also bad for the people, right, that are in here trying to get ETH payouts. It becomes a lot more aggressive in the case of you have to put more money in to get it, and obviously with how much we have liquid, right, 7 trillion, that's going to be very hard to keep staked, right? Staked amount 17.2 trillion. So it's a pretty hard aspect to keep up with the staking, and obviously this was always going to be a pretty hard problem to get a big percentage fee, percentage of the payments coming out. And the fact that we have 14.2, 14.3 trillion tokens in existence, it's going to be very hard for you to keep up with the payments the payouts because there's some big boys in this. Even though we're only at 1,300 13,000 people, there's some big boys in this protocol, and it's going to be very, very interesting to see how these numbers get affected by different protocols coming in, because Dragon X has done a good job of taking. Um, let's see. Yeah, so total TitanX staked is 3.9 trillion TitanX. Current TitanX in vault is 64 billion. So we have an absolute astronomical amount of TitanX already in Dragon X. And if you guys don't know, after Dragon X has its 90-day kind of not sacrifice, but the mint ratio will be reduced in 6 days, right? So mint ratio week 2 is 1 for 1, right? And if we go into their white paper, let's see. So we have 12 weeks of mint ratios, and after these 12 weeks, there will be no more Dragon X ever to be produced ever again. And so we're done week 1, right? We're on day 8 for Dragon X. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see how these pairs work against Titan X in the liquidity pair, because if this forever and always deflates, in theory it should really push Titan X up. And that's the one of the big things that I really like about it is if one side of that liquidity pair is deflationary forever, and even if the other side is inflationary, typically speaking, um, the side that's deflationary should raise the price of the other side of that LP, which is Titan X. So if both sides are completely deflationary, I can't even that math is insane. So um definitely cool project. I am currently waiting probably another day or two, but I'm definitely gonna put some Titan X into Dragon X, and especially since it's gonna be deflationary forever. I'm very, interested to see how much what this does in the future, and the fact that this is not only the first protocol to launch on top of Titan X. This will be a very interesting thing to see long term how this affects it. And nonetheless, this has one of the better kind of tokenomics in a project that is built on top of Titan X compared to the other ones. The other ones have some very good projects and game theory behind them, but they're not released yet, right? And at least the Dragon X guy has doxed himself. That is a very important thing in my opinion. Uh, because if you're not willing to dox yourself, are you actually trying to build something for Titan X that is not trying to be a money grab, right? I get anonymity, uh, you know, anonymous uh, in crypto, but overall, being doxxed is pretty important to me. So I think it's going to be pretty cool to see in the future what Dragon X does, and a 1-to-1 ratio for another 6 days is pretty awesome too. And obviously, like I showed you before, um, it'll go from 1-to-1 for the first 2 weeks to 1 to 0.95, 1 to 0.9, 0.85, and then it will slowly drop to, you know, point 0.5, 1 to 0.5 on week 12, and then that's it. So if you want to get into Dragon X, that is definitely one of the things to do. Is definitely, I wouldn't suggest buying it. I would suggest trading to Dragon X from TitanX. So, um, Dogman Dripper. What's up, TitanX fam? Excited to see all these projects to help burn TitanX. The future is bright. Couldn't agree more. Um, there is a lot of projects being built on top of TitanX, and it seems like this is just the beginning. And it's one of those things when you're building an ecosystem like this, it takes time, right? And I know a lot of people are in the pulse chain ecosystem as well as I am, right? And the amount of projects that are being built on that platform is huge. And I think with what we're starting right here and how we are growing with the amount of platforms and protocols that are being built on top of TitanX, it seems like we can not only build somewhat of a city, right? We can build a very sticky web of liquidity pairs. And if it's all, with the main liquidity pair of TitanX slash whatever the other one is, it's going to be nuts. It really is going to be nuts. Mm. So Jay Kingston said, if the payouts for TitanX are just smart contracts, can someone make something that feeds the ETH payout contracts directly instead of diluting staking while sending funds to community projects? Yeah, I mean, I think we could build something like that. Um, make something that feeds the ETH payout contracts directly instead of diluting the staking while sending funds. It's tough because it wouldn't really work that well, in my opinion, to make something like that. At the end of the day, these protocols that are in here are, you know, driven by the community. So if they're in that one and they're getting ETH payouts, technically speaking, that's just another a wallet address slash smart contract that's dealing with that. And you know, it's hard to beat them, but at the end of the day, a lot of cryptos have some, 5, 10, 100 wallets that own a majority of thing. Like Bitcoin is owned by like 200 people own a majority of Bitcoin. So it's kind of one of those things that it's going to be what it is, and part of a decentralized thing. It's decentralized smart contracts. It's going to be what it is. Kratom P said, "Let's go, guys! Buy and hold TitanX 1000X. That would be absolutely awesome." What's up, Kasi Patriot? I appreciate you. What's up, Smooth Man? Great to catch you live for the first time, Mr. Smoothie. What up, my smoothie? What you sipping on, Smooth? I got a black coffee. Beautiful. This is easily my third or fourth cup today. I got I stayed up really late working on some things, and I didn't have any sales appointments today, so I figured just crush coffee, get up here and do a live for 45 minutes or something like that. Colored glasses are for color blindness. No, these are blue light glasses. So these things are not on the most blue light, right? The amber slash orange lens has the most blue light effectiveness, but the yellow still does a very good job. And if you are getting blue light glasses, 1,000,000% get the yellow ones. The yellow ones are awesome, or the orange ones. The orange ones are very, very dark. And that's kind of, I had the orange ones and I sent them back to get the yellow ones. I just knew that the orange was a little bit too heavy for me. Bro, what's up? What's with TitanX Stronghold? Still don't understand that project. I have not gotten into it. And until they release their white paper, I can't really answer any questions about it, because the white paper, it takes some time to digest it and really see kind of what it's going to do and do some math behind it and stuff like that. And so the only ones I can really do, right, are Helios, TitanX Market, Pyro, Titans Battle and King X, right? If Strongholds put out a white paper, I would more than likely dive in and see kind of what's going on with that. Is that house you are renovating going to be the future TitanX world headquarters? Man, that would be awesome. I mean, if I had i- i- unfortunately, I'm flipping it, right? But if I had a spare couple million, I would buy it, right? And uh, yeah, it's going to be very beautiful. And if I had the money to save it and not flip it, I would definitely make it the TitanX World headquarters because it's going to be a 7 bedroom, almost 8,000 square foot house when it's all said and done. So with sitting on 10 acres, right, overlooking the water, it's absolutely beautiful, man. And this thing has so much exotic trees on it. I can't even stress how nice these trees are. Not to sound so weird about it, but the trees are expensive, and the fact that there's over 30 or 40 different species of African and Japanese and all types of different trees that if you could actually sell them, they would be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. But you know what it is. So unfortunately, it's not, but I want it to be. That would be so awesome. What's up, Hex Titan Pulsican? Do you think people will be interested to see these NFTs in AR/VR? I think so. I mean, I think that'd be cool, but I truly think even though that VR is awesome, I think that a lot more people are kind of on the internet. So we'll see kind of how it goes. By the way, are you having an interview with Jake soon? Sunday at 8 a.m. Eastern time. So I will have it and it will be recorded as well. So after we're done the live stream, it will be uploaded to YouTube. So if you guys can make it 8 a.m. Eastern time, the 28th, that's when we're doing it. So with the stream with Jake this weekend, are you announcing your project? I am not announcing my project. I don't even until like I have at least some things worked on that are like that I can show, right, and whatnot. I'm not announcing absolutely anything. uh Keep us posted. Yeah, like I said, Sunday at 8. Really hoping Dragon X ratio eventually gets 2 to 1 over Titan X. That'd be interesting to see, and I'm not saying that it's not possible. With especially being a deflationary asset like Dragon X is, I think it's fully possible it could do that, right? And people that are in right now are taking advantage of the 1 to 1 ratio, and that's why I'm making my decision. I got a bag on the side of tight for hyper, right? I've always had a bag on the side. So I more than likely will get into Dragon X. I just want to figure out how much I want to get into it, comparative to where I am currently. Um, I briefly saw Helios vid with kindness staking TitanX to gain ETH to buy and burn Helios. Not impressed really. Should also buy TitanX to burn. I agree. I think it's one of those things that I it's like people want to make things that help TitanX, but mainly help their thing. And I get it, right? You want to build a thing for yourself and you want this and that and you want your coin to do really well and stuff, and there's something to be said about your coin doing well with it being the main pair to TitanX. That still helps TitanX at the end of the day. But what I will say is that um I wish more protocols helped TitanX. Like if you had uh say out of 100%, you took your 8% dev fee from the buy and burn stuff, right? And you made it 90% Titan X oriented and 2% your coin oriented. I think everybody would be flocking to it. So although it's hard not to do that, it's still very, yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Did you pre-order the Apple Vision Pro? No. Dude, that thing is so expensive. It's thousands of dollars, right? I mean, like, let's see how much. Let's see how much these things are costing. Okay, go to the bottom because go. I'll just go back. Yeah, $3,900 for these VR glasses, right? And it's funny because like I don't use VR like that, but the past week I bought a Quest 1 for 60 bucks on Facebook Marketplace. So I do not have the best one. Obviously, it's a Quest 1, it's the one of the original, and the battery dies so quick, but I got some, and you can get some Apple Vision Pros for $300 a month for 12 months financing. uh, let's DJ the 504 grinder. I bought 100 million TitanX for $100 30 minutes ago. Plan on DCA as it keeps dipping. If we go 100 to 200x, I'm filthy rich. If it 1000x or more, like some are saying, I'll have wife changing money. So not life changing money, wife changing money. That's crazy. And I'm just throwing this out there, right? If money changes who you're marrying, I don't know if you should marry that person or be married to that person. Definitely keep keep the wife. I will say if she's been with you through the lows, keep her through the highs. Just saying. I'm going to wait for the last day to mint my Dragon X. Do you think a lot of people are thinking the same? I wish other new projects would include Dragon X to burn, not just Titan X. Yeah, I mean, I think people are doing the same. I think they're waiting at least for a few days into the second week, right? For the 1-to-1 ratio to see kind of, all right, the 90-day payout came, what are they doing with that 90 days, right? Their total claimed Ethereum, right? Are they buying and burning? How fast are they buying and burning the coins like they said they were going to? Is it one of those things that are they just holding it? Are they going to use it for future buy and burns? Right. I think that is one of my biggest things on why I'm waiting to get in. Like the 2 weeks of the 1-to-1 ratio. So I have 6 days to make my mind up, and I really think it's a good thing to see. Right. And obviously today is day 90, so it's been a little over 12 hours total on everything. Um, Here, hold on one second. I got a phone call coming in. Yeah, so we're back. Definitely needed to take that call for a client. So, um, like I was saying, I'm waiting for the last day, in my opinion, to get Dragon X. I really like it, but we'll see kind of where it goes. We all need the wife changing money for sure. Yeah, I mean, and I'm not married. Just a play on words, really. Though, what's your price prediction for the upcoming bull? Yeah, I know it's a play on words, and I think it's hilarious, right? I just to think in my mind, right? To think you get more money, so you're just going to change your wife is wild. But so I don't really make price predictions. I can see it. It really depends on how hyper deflationary we actually are, and I say this being if because right now we're in the stage where Titan X is coming out in droves, right? I mean, billions and trillions, right? And at a certain point, it will be deflating more than it's inflating, and will hit that crest, right? On it slowly grows and it tapers off a tiny bit, and then there's a peak, and then it falls very quickly, right? And when it's doing that with the parabola, right, and price is dropping slowly, right, and this thing gets to that peak and starts dropping, you'll see the cross start happening. And when that happens, depending on how fast we actually are deflating, it's going to be it's going to be crazy to see what price we actually have in the future. And so I don't really want to make a price prediction because I think no matter what I say, I think I'm going to undervalue where we're going to be, um, especially for a one-time bull run. It's going to be interesting to see where we are, and to think that if this is going to be the last bull run, or are we going to have more bull runs in the future, right? And what do those make TitanX look like, right? Because this is the every coin that has a first bull run pumps way harder than it does on the second bull run. But the people that are going through and holding for multiple bull runs are the main winners for uh, the long run, right? And so I'm gonna hold at least some of my bag, right? At least all my staked bag, right? I have a lot of miners, full length miners gonna be coming out, but my staked amount is for 3,500 days, and Shogun might come out, and I might take some, but take some out of the stakes. But overall, I think having that staked amount for 3,500 days is going to allow me to be not only be in this bull run, but also the next bull run. And I think that's going to be very, very important when it comes to growing my financial freedom. King X looks amazing. I agree. I really like what King X is doing. So I definitely let me know if you guys want me to do individual videos of breakdowns on all of these ones that have the white paper. I think that'd be some cool videos. But we'll see. Um, 55,000x. That's crazy. And let's see. Let's see where we're at. And we'll get we got the current price is 60963. So 0.123456963. Then we times that by 5,500. That would make the current price of TitanX after a 5,500x would be 0.00529. That is in freaking insane. So let's say if you have $1,000, right, at 529, right? So that's basically a billion Titan X. So we'll take that price. 123, 123. So if you had $1,000 in right now, you have 1 billion Titan X tokens. A 55,000X would be worth $5.296 billion. I mean, $1,000,000. Sorry, not billion's crazy. 5.3 million dollars. That is insane. Insane, right? Yeah, that'd be good. I would say a 55,000x is definitely good. It's a conflicting. You want to hold the primary asset TitanX, but since we build on TitanX to keep supply low, there are so many projects coming out. I don't want to end up with no TitanX when it runs 10x. Yeah, that's the problem, right? A lot of people are going to dilute themselves into other projects and not hold the main TitanX, and that's one thing that I don't want to do. In my opinion, I want to hold mainly TitanX, but I want to also hold other things. So this is why, like, I'm trying to get my main bags of everything, and it's going to be tough to pick which ones I want to do, but definitely having a game plan on all of them, right? And how I view my crypto investments are bullets. If you guys haven't seen in my videos what I've said, I have bullets and a price for each bullet. And For TitanX, I felt so good about it. I went in with 4 bullets, right? 4 bullets and um, other projects, right? I think what I'm gonna do with like Dragon X, for instance, I really really like it, and so I might do 2 bullets, but I'm for sure gonna do 1 bullet. And with other projects, I'm gonna do 1 bullet as well, maybe a half a bullet in my opinion on certain ones, but I want to kind of be in that spider web of things because once one thing goes up, everything else will inevitably go up with it, right? And if I can catch all of it, a little bit of everything, cool. But at the end of the day, if I have 3 of these coins, right? Say I got Hyper, Titan X, Dragon X, even Shogun, right? Even Shogun for 4 coins. I think that would still be insane. But once I do a deep dive into what this is going to be, all these different projects and stuff, that's when I'm going to be really kind of narrowing down what my goal and what my plan is going to be per se to get in to all of these things because I don't want to waste the opportunity of brand new projects coming out, but I also don't want to FOMO into everything. So I definitely want to keep it light and keep it something like that. So it's going to be tough, but at the end of the day it's good to have too many options in my opinion. I did buy Dragon X on the 3rd day for 400 USD, so you're in there. I mean, 400 USD, that's a good amount to see kind of where a project goes. So if at the end of the day, right, it goes up 10x from there, right? At least you're getting 4K back, right? So I think it's still great. $400 is a good bullet. But yeah, I mean, everybody has their difference of how much they're willing to invest, how much they have to invest, right, and how big their bag is in total. And when it comes down to it, it really grows exponentially when you have more money in there, and it's sucks because it's more of a risk on every type of investment you do, but at the end of the day, it's going to be crazy. My only advice: don't just distribute too much TitanX into these protocols and then get cut short of TitanX when hyper hits town. Yeah, and that's why I'm not gonna do that. Right, I'm gonna mainly hold TitanX. I want a bag of Dragon X for sure, but I don't want it to be an overwhelming amount of Dragon X comparative to my TitanX. So, yeah. If you guys have any more questions, I'm going to end the daily update in probably next 2-3 minutes or something like that. But this has been awesome, man. I mean, just jumping on here, doing a live stream and stuff like that has been a great time. If you guys haven't seen, I put a membership on my videos, right? Or my channel, right? And I'm going to, whoever becomes a member will get their name on my wall. I'm going to, delete one of these. I'm going to revamp it and put your name on the wall. Also, you'll get my videos an hour earlier than everybody. So if you want to join and become a member, that'd be awesome. If not, totally understand. But we are growing exponentially. The channel has been looking great. I'm back in the grind of videos every day and stuff. So it's going to be awesome. I may dabble a little bit, but yeah, um, talking dipping a toe in. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The FOMO will be real when Hyper comes out. Hyper is going to absolutely blow minds away, and it will really show what all these projects that are being built on top of Titan X have some really good attributes about them, but Hyper will show them how it's really done, in my opinion. So I'm keeping a bag for Hyper more than anything, and um, yeah, so yeah, you better believe it, FOMO. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. And I saw a lot of it last bull run, right? FOMO was insane. So all we need is a couple green monthly candles and these things to just be ripping to absolutely have the masses in Titan X. So keep these videos coming out. Have a good day. I appreciate it, man. I hope you guys have a great day. This has been awesome jumping on here with everybody. We are going to be growing not only as a channel, but as a family, right? On this channel, I'm a very positive, uplifting person, and I love crypto. I love just talking about crypto. I don't want to say here or there where what things are going to do. I never say buy crypto. I never say buy what I'm talking about. All I say is how I'm feeling currently, and this is my daily journal more so than a shill video. It never is. I'm never shilling. This is just a journal entry into what I'm doing. I saw a video showing the floor math moving up 55 or something crazy based on Jake's math. Yeah, it's in the white paper. Just to show it to you guys real quick, just to show you where it is in the white paper. Um, Daily update, all the way at the bottom, right here. So this is the main thing, and this is one of the biggest paragraphs I would ever say. Really interests me in this whole entire project. So definitely wait. You got to wait for all this stuff to come to fruition and the math to math. But overall, it's in the daily update part of the white paper. So if you guys haven't been in it, look at that. Great video, Mr. Smoothie. I appreciate you, bro. Heads explodes. Couldn't agree more. Do you love get smart, Maxwell Smart? Yeah, my a lot of my parents, friends, and stuff always used to say that. So, um, yeah, I appreciate everybody for coming in here. It is going to be a amazing ride to see in the next couple years where TitanX is going to be. But overall, hit me up on Twitter for questions to ask Jake this Sunday. I have a lot of questions already written down, but nonetheless, it's been great coming on here and talking with everybody. Yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. If you're not watching, if you're not subbed, just hit that sub button, man. It really means the world to me, and we're growing. We're almost at 2K subscribers, so let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate everybody. Peace.